Hey Katie, hope you and Bump are well. So just a little short sequence to hopefully help your lower back pain that you've now got at the end stages of pregnancy. So on your mat, let's begin. So sitting, just to begin with. Maybe cross-legged, you might want to use a block or something, a cushion, just to raise your sit bones. And then lifting the chest up and focusing on just lengthening through the spine. As you just rest the back of the palms down, close the eyes down for a moment. And then take a time to bring your awareness just to your breath. So inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose, taking 10 breaths in this position. So slow ujjayi sound as you would be normally in your physical practice, but just practicing this breath cross-legged, sitting, clearing the mind, stillness. So you'll continue to breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose, narrowing the back of the throat, focusing on that Darth Vader sounding breath, that audible exhale, that whisper in the back of the throat. It's going to help to try and release off through the rib cage, the diaphragm, your lung area. And then once you've done 10 breaths in that position, just taking a gentle twist. So remember, twisting, we don't want to twist too deeply, particularly now in your latter stages of pregnancy. It's not good for your circulation. So gentle twist, maybe only a 5 or 6 out of 10 on intensity. So using one hand, just take a gentle seated twist. Use the hand on the back of the knee as a little bit of leverage. Sit really upright. Encourage the head to turn back to look over the shoulder so the eye gaze goes back. And remember, we want to move from all of the parts of the spine. So from the base of the spine right up to the crown of the head, we're turning, looking back. So in each of these postures, think about 5 breaths. So 5 inhales through the nose, 5 exhales through the nose, and then once you've done 5, you just change sides. Take your time, move the other hand across, sit really tall, upright. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Think on my inhale, I elongate. I'm unraveling the spine. On my exhale, I negotiate with the breath. I'm going back with my shoulder, my head, my neck, and even turning my eye gaze. Okay, good. So once you've taken 10 breaths, just sitting, moving through the shoulders. This is important because now you've got weight on the front of the body, so we want to try to keep the chest as free as possible, the front of the shoulders as free as possible. So 10 circles back, just moving through the shoulder girdle, releasing any tension. Think nice and smooth, big circles, 10 forward circles, yeah? Great. Sleep becomes an issue towards the end of pregnancy, so being comfortable when you're sleeping is really challenging. So let's release the neck, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. You might even use the left hand just to gently pull. Take 5 breaths. Focus on keeping the jaw, the face, the forehead between the eyes relaxed. Change, so right ear towards right shoulder, right hand on the side of the head, gentle pressure, not too much. You might notice one side is tighter than the other. You may even stay on this side for a few more breaths longer. And then finally come to the middle with the head carriage and tuck the chin to the chest. Cupping the hands on the back of the neck, bring the elbows narrow and tuck the chin down, almost like you're rounding the upper back slightly, releasing through the muscles across the shoulder blade, even down to the mid-back where we get tight now. And then you inhale to go wide. Actually now expand the chest fully, stretch open, exhale. Draw the elbows narrow. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, Exhaling. Doing 5 repetitions, so 2 more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last time. So moving from seated postures to come to kneeling. So you go side on, rounds of cat and cow. And we know that cat and cow is fantastic for mobilizing all of the vertebrae. So first you check knees under hips. Spread your hands on the mat. Check your hands under your elbow, then your shoulder. And spread your 5 fingers just to support the wrist. Tuck the chin to the chest. Start in cat stretch. So arch the upper back as much as you can. Pull the belly up towards the spine. And then as you inhale, you flatten the back. Lift the head and the eye gaze. Keep pushing the ground away into cow stretch. Exhale, you're rounding, tuck in the chin. Inhale, you're flattening, pressing the belly to the floor. Great, exhale, you're rounding. Remember, magic number is 5, so we do 5 of each. That's 10 repetitions in total. Inhale, flattening. Exhale, rounding. Really try and pull the shoulder blades apart here. You're protracting the shoulder blades. Inhale, flattening. Exhale, rounding. Let's do 2 more. And inhale, flattening. Exhale, rounding. Good. Flatten to finish. And then take the knees really wide on the mat. Fold the feet in like you're creating a triangle. Sit back to this wide child's pose position. Push your butt back to your heels. Bring your forehead down towards the mat. Extend the arms straight. Breathe into the belly here. Five breaths. So now you're opening even through the front of the shoulders. If you want a little bit more intensity to stretch the shoulders, you could lift up onto the fingertips. You're in this puppy position, puppy pose position, and it's a little more intense for the shoulders and the chest, but stretching the long muscles along the side of the back, the lats as well. So we can take a gentle twist here. So you thread one arm underneath you, you lay on the back of the shoulder, the ear comes towards the mat. And you'll notice the sit bones lift up. So you're lifting your butt off your heels and you're shifting your weight onto your left shoulder blade, yeah? Move your right hand closer. Press the right hand into the floor. It becomes an active twist, yeah? So let's not collapse. Let's still think about revolving through the chest. This should feel pretty good for the body, for your back now. 5 breaths. Great, unthreading, rethreading, taking 5 breaths with the right arm, so right ear in contact with the mat, lift the sit bones up high, use the left hand or the left palm as a leverage, press it into the floor, open the left shoulder. Big, beautiful stretch across the right shoulder blade, even into the right inner thigh, because you've got your knees very wide still. You're making space for the bump. So keep bracing the belly, even in this position, support the back. Right. So let's try a kneeling position, so a kneeling lunge. So if you step one leg forwards, I'm using my left leg first. And quite often, now you've got weight on the front of the body, the hip flexor. This deep muscle, the seat of the soul known as the psoas, can get really tight. So rather than collapsing the hips to begin with, let's think about tucking the back pelvis underneath us, or the whole pelvis, tucking the tailbone under so that we can lengthen. Think about elongating the lower back, squeezing both your glutes, And then you want to feel a deep stretch into the front of the hip. Yeah. So just taking 10 breaths in this position, or 5 to 10 breaths in this position. Yeah, keep squeezing the glutes, keep this isometric contraction going. So you're squeezing the back of the body to lengthen the front of the body. So deep, deep stretch in the right hip. I can even feel mine now. And once you've done 5 to 10 breaths, place the same hand as foot inside and take an open twist. So rather than closing the twist, you're thinking like, I'm going to open my twist because it makes space for baby to move. And then it's moving with the breath. Again, inhale. Exhale, send the right shoulder back and the energy back. Again, inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Do 5 breaths. Yeah, great. So then you'll change sides, opposite leg, stepping through. Almost looking for almost a 90-90 knee position on the mat. Spread the weight evenly between both legs. Once more, tuck the pelvis underneath you. Elongate. You're taking load out of the lower back. We're squeezing both the glutes. Feel the stretch in the back hip now. Lots of deep breaths, and I'm still sitting tall, lifting up through the crown of my head. Eye gaze is going just straight forwards. Stay on that squeeze with the glutes, keep squeezing until you've completed your 5 to 10 breaths. And then the same hand as the foot, going inside. Remember, flattening the back. If you find that you want to lift the level and use a block, that's also completely fine. Let's keep integrity into the spine. Left shoulder's going back now. Open the twist the opposite direction. Inhale, exhale, turn. Inhale, exhale, turn more. And keep negotiating with the breath. Just listen to your body, see what feels good for you. Okay, great. Stepping the feet then, hip distance apart. Take them as wide as you need to make space for you and baby, yeah? Bend the knees as you need to get the hands towards the floor so that we don't hang. So soft knee bend. Head going down. Crown of head to floor, look back through the knees. So going to move in and out of your Hindi squat and your forward fold. So take your time with this. Open the feet as wide as you need to go. Yeah. Feet to the outer edges of the mat. Drop the hips down. Yeah, we know this has been really good for you in the past. It's going to help to really stretch through the hips, the lower spine. You're very good in Hindi squat. So bring the hands to heart center if you can. Push your thumbs to your sternum. Actively push the knees out. Think I lengthen up through the crown of my head. Now just take 2 breaths in each position. So 2 breaths, inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale, then hands on the floor. Move the feet more parallel, but keep them wide. Inhale, exhale twice in forward fold. So I'd like you to do this 5 times. You're moving into your Hindi squat again. Remember, take your time, no rush now. Take 2 breaths in Hindi squat, pressing the hands together. Two breaths in a wide forward fold with knees soft. As I say, that's 2 rounds. This would be round number 3, coming back down. And you're just moving. You could even shift your weight from foot to foot. And once you've done 5 repetitions, this will be your last one, say. Cradle the elbows. So you hold them in ragdoll. Maybe swing forward, back, slightly side to side. Do 5 breaths in ragdoll. Very nice. So then lowering yourself down, come to kneeling, facing the front, feet together, soles of feet, for this butterfly position stretch. Interlace the 10 fingers underneath, and you'll notice the inside blades of the feet completely open like a sandwich, the outside blades of the feet pressed together. Now pull up tall, think lengthen, and use the strength of your own muscles to push the knees down to the floor. So you're stretching the groin. So what we're using here is we're using the muscles on the outside of the hip. Contract the muscles, keep pushing down. See if you can continue this for 5 breaths. Keep working the knees down. So no favourite stretch for you for your QL, because you get very tight on the side of the back. Extend the right leg, fold the left heel in, square the chest. Remember, you can bend the knee at any point, make the arms like a basket, go over the foot if you want to. But at the point that you feel that you're getting very compressed and coming forwards, there's no space, use a towel or use a strap, a yoga strap if you've got one handy, I can't remember if you do, and you're coming forwards just towards the foot. Take 5 breaths. So once you've done 5 breaths, taking a counterbalance backward bend, really good for your back. Place the left hand on the floor. Keep this knee bent, just lift the hips up off the ground. So go up and forwards with the hips, and then your top shoulder, it makes a C shape. You're looking to your left hand on the mat. So eye gaze towards your pinky finger. Keep turning the head. Now keep lifting the chest so it is a backward bend. Keep sending the heart space forwards and up. Taking 5 breaths. Great. You come and sit down. You try on the other side. Left leg goes straight. Right leg folds halfway. Maybe bend the knee. Make a basket with the hands. Go over the foot. Now remember, your right side is always tighter than your left. So sometimes this knee pops up. Remember, move the foot away if you get any knee pain or pressure. We don't want to feel it in the knee here. We want to feel it in the left hamstring and on the right side of the back. So the QL on the right side. Yeah. So deloading the right side of the back and the right hip. 5 breaths. Again, right hand close to right sit bone. Lift your hips up, go over. Make a C shape with your left arm. The bicep is right by my ear. And keep spiraling the chest back and look to the right pinky finger on the mat. Lift the chest up, go back, look back. Beautiful. 5 breaths, you lower down. Okay, so that should be enough. We'll come into just a laying onto the back, and we can finish with bridge position if it feels all right for you. So anything that's really uncomfortable laying down on your back now and taking bridge, don't take it, but maybe then just take a gentle crucifix twist. Yeah. So arms like a T shape on the floor. The knees can be low or high, but keep them stacked and try to drop them across. And turn your head until you're looking down your back arm, and let's try to ground the back shoulder towards the floor. Yeah. Maybe using the hand on top of the knee, pick up the knee a couple of inches. That might feel good to alleviate the lower back. I'd even say 10 full yogic breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. Remember to try to keep the mouth closed for the whole sequence. Once you've done 10 to the front, you go 10 to the back. Once more, keeping the shoulder down, because that's going to give you a really nice chest and bicep stretch. 10 breaths to the back.